Hey, Chef Bill, why did the fishermen go fishing?
I don't know why.
For the halibut.
Halibut, it's showtime.
That's right, Lisa. I am taking over kitchen duty, and everybody loves brunch, especially when you get to brunch for a good cause, like raising money for over 6,000 homebound seniors in Delaware. Chef Bill Wallen from Grain on the Rocks in Lewes is in the kitchen with me to tell us a little bit more about this event that you're going to be a part of, right?
Yes, this is our second year being involved in it. This year we're hosting it, so it's really exciting for us because our location has great views of the water, the ferry, so we're hoping people will really enjoy it, and it's for a really good cause. So today I'm going to do the fish dish. So we have I brought halibut with us. I like the halibut. It's clean, white, little meaty fish. So we'll also have a seasoned rice that's going to go with it.
Great. Let's get started, I guess.
Let's get started. So we're going to make sure we got a hot pan.
Yeah.
A little bit of olive oil.
Okay. Absolutely one of the essentials. Now, when you're a professional chef, do you measure or do you cook from the heart?
I measure some things, but otherwise it's like a taste in, okay, it needs more salt,
so
needs
I'm
more
doing
pepper.
it right.
So you are doing it right. So the pan's hot, it's popping a little bit. So we're just going to lay our fish in here.
You love that sizzling sound.
Gotta have that
sizzle. Everything smells amazing too already. I'm like, yeah, eat it, do it. I mean, any meal that I don't have to cook is a great meal, but I know
I
that
feel
this
the same
one
way
is going to be great,
sometimes.
right?
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brown the top. We're going to flip it. I'm going to let it cook for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
We'll take it out of the pan, and then I'm going to cook the sauce right in here and put the fish back in. So the fish will absorb some of the sauce instead of just pouring it over top.
Awesome.
Makes a little bit of a difference.
It sounds like it does. Now, what is your history as a chef? Take me back to the day that Chef Bill decided, you know what I want to do for a living.
I was actually 14 years old, was a busboy. And the owner of the restaurant I worked in came out and said, what size shirt you wear? I said, an extra large, why? And he took the golf shirt off his back and gave it to me and said, you're my new dishwasher. And I kind of just stood in the kitchen like, watching the guys around me, like, what are you doing over there? And it just evolved from there. I went to culinary school, worked for the Eagles, Bobby Flay.
Wow.
I signed on with Grain 7 years ago, and I never looked back. So
that's great.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, especially cooking, I always say you got to go. You know, find something you got to enjoy.
For sure, for sure. Now,
I was told you're going to cut, so I don't know.
I was told that too, which is a bold decision.
I saw you holding the knife, so do you want to do the tomatoes or the onions?
I'll do tomatoes.
All right, that's fine. So
Am
I'll do the
slicing, dicing.
So what we're going to do is, I'm just looking for a small dice. So what I usually do is we'll go this way.
Already off to a great start.
Nah, you're fine. And we're going to get them in about 1/4 inch, and then we're just going to dice it.
Okay.
It's just like a rough, doesn't have to be, because with the juice and all, it'll start cooking down and breaking down into the pan.
Perfect. I can handle this. My mom has kicked me out of the kitchen a number of times for being too slow. So are we flipping the fish now?
I'm going to flip the fish. It's got a little bit of color on it, as you can see. It's not flipping too easy. There we go.
Ooh.
And we'll just give it a minute or two on this side. I always say the thing about chopping is, as long as you walk away with all 10 fingers, you're okay.
All right then, so far so good. Of course, I may have jinxed it now, but hopefully not.
And I'll go slow so I don't show you up over here. Or...
All right, well, we'll keep chopping and we'll put the finishing touches on this. Welcome back to the Delmarva Life Kitchen, and that heavenly smell is coming from Chef Bill Wallen and the delicious meal you've made. Now, we threw some pieces of the sauce together now. Tell me what's in the sauce.
The sauce has, we did a little bit of olive oil, so we'll saute our onions and our tomatoes.
Yep.
We added some fresh basil. We hit it with a little bit of white wine. Got to have liquor for everything.
My favorite, yep.
And some chicken stock with fresh lemon. It looks a little soupy, but we'll let it cook down for about a minute or two.
Okay.
We'll add our fish back in, and then we'll be ready to plate.
Now, I saw you doing this fancy flip thing here with the rice. Can you
gonna
do
try
that? I'm going to need some instruction, because this is how I just spill rice all over the countertop.
So what I was always told was, don't think about it.
Oh.
It's just more of an action. You know, you're going to push the pan away and kind of pull back.
Okay.
So it's like a flip of your wrist.
Okay.
I'll stand over here just
I
in
would
case.
say duck and cover.
Yes.
Oh, nope, dip.
That's okay.
I won't do the try again this time.
I won't let you do it with the liquid. We'll be fine
yeah,
there.
no, because that's a little too hot. So at some point we put the fish back in
Yeah,
there,
so
right?
right now as it's starting to boil and come down, we're actually going to add our fish back in, just so it'll start taking on the flavors of the wine, the lemon, tomatoes.
And we're not just in here cooking for fun. You're actually here demonstrating because Beach Brunch, benefiting Meals on Wheels, is coming up.
Yes.
And this is going to be one of the dishes that's served there, correct?
Yes, it is. It's part of the main entree, so it'll be a surf and turf, again, with the filet, with the Jack Daniel's demi, and then the fish. And we're trying to figure out how to keep it simple, but elevate it a little bit to have fun.
And you can't go wrong with surf and turf.
No, you can't. And we didn't want to just do a plain filet, something like that, so we figured, we're actually going to plate them separately.
Yes.
So they'll get 2 different dishes at the same time. So it's a surf and turf. Surf my way, turf her way was kind of how me and Maria worked it up to see.
Gotcha. This is going down at Grain on the Rocks. That's where people can find you and some other delicious meals.
Yes.
And this event, actually, Beach Brunch, is sold out. It is that popular.
It is sold out. 300 seats went. They told me in about an hour and a half or something. And people are already asking, like, for next year's tickets.
I bet they are.
Which is great. You know? Maybe we can get a bigger venue for us or something, or put it out on our lawn where we hold weddings and stuff like that.
There we go.
Yes.
And if you'd like other ways to help out Meals on Wheels, you can always go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and look for opportunities to volunteer and other events that they have going on to give back, because it is really incredible all that they do.
It is. It's great. And that's why we got involved, was as a company, we like to give back to whoever we can. We help whoever we can help. And when they asked us to do this last year, I was like, I'm definitely in. So our rice, we're going to, about a minute away, not even a minute from plating. Our seasoned rice, just a bunch of veggies.
Yeah.
I like to keep them smaller so they cook with the rice. And
Makes
then
sense.
we season them with a little salt and pepper. And we did our house-grown grain sauce. So we're going to plate in front of you. How's that? But I'm going to take this
Sounds
out of
good
your
to
way.
me. I'm good at this part. Not even the plating. I'm good at the eating part.
That's okay.
Everything smells fantastic, too. I'm just like...
Now we're just going to take some fish.
Ooh.
As you can see, it's breaking apart nicely.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to finish is a little bit of basil.
Hooray! Now, this is such a colorful plate, which I feel like is always a really good sign that not only is it going to be a delicious meal, but also a fairly healthy one, too.
And that's what we try and do. I mean, if you look, there's a lot of veggies in there, a lot of tomatoes. Everything was fresh. At me, that's something I like to do, is try and go as fresh and as local as I can.
Yes.
One, helps out the local community.
Absolutely.
And then two, if people like it, they know it's fresh, they'll keep coming back for it.
That's what, got me excited when you were doing the basil, because I just started an herb garden, and I was
so
like,
you're going
oh,
to
heck
taste.
yeah.
You're going to taste, and I'm going to clean this up, because as a chef, this is driving me crazy.
My apologies.
That's
All right,
okay.
Make sure I get a little fish, get a little rice, get a little bit of everything. Oh my gosh, and you can taste the freshness of all the ingredients. The tomato really sits nicely with the fish. I love a wine sauce.
Got it.
Especially with seafood.
Definitely.
So I'm a happy girl. And you can find this dish at the Beach Brunch and with Grain on the Rocks in Lewes. Chef Bill Wallen, thank you so much for coming in here and making such a treat today.